Yeah. And
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
going to take care of this. So let's see here. I got to look it up again in my email. Here it is.
Yeah, Jeff.
I'm not hearing any smoking.
My name is Jeff.
Okay, first of all, look at this cover. That is horrifying. I
Haunting.
actually I love it
Three dudes.
a lot. I don't know if this is like I'm kind of excited now looking at this. I mean, not that kind of excited, but excited to know it. Yeah, this looks compelling. Maybe maybe you guys are gonna find something amazing as your next Kindle read. So here goes. All right, we have descriptions here. The characters are Roman. As long as they have the voice of someone from the era, it's good. A British voice is preferable. Okay, so not Roman, British. Not accurate, but that's what we want is British. Good. That's very I think that's what all Hollywood movies do with Romans, right? And Grecian. Everyone is
English.
Yeah.
It's like the official translation of the Roman is in British.
Right. In British English. Okay. All right. Well, here goes. I'm gonna just wing it. We don't have any character descriptions or directions. Just British. Here goes. How about Bowie? I'll narrate as Bowie.
Yes.
Hispania, ancient Rome, 14 BC. It was 14 years before the birth of Christ. A young Roman named Marius found himself on a trade boat set for the city of Brigantium. Marius was a young Roman who resided in the Roman city of Corduba, located in the province of Hispania Ulteria. He was raised in the prominent Sextus family that governed the city of Corduba and the province of Hispania Ulteria. He was on a ship transporting supplies to Brigantium to assist them in taking over an area only known as the Waste. Marius tagged along with a bard named Lucius. The two of them enjoyed the ride as they rode off the coast of the Roman Liberian town of Olisipo. The journey would begin there. How are you enjoying the ride, Marius? Lucius asked Marius. It's okay, but seeing nothing but water eventually gets boring, Marius answered. Marius was a 23-year-old Roman who was one of the children of Attius Sextus, the governor of Corduba. He was a young noble Roman who enjoyed a good adventure. That's why Marius decided to oversee the transport of goods for his father. He was also very knowledgeable about the governmental affairs of Rome, not only local to Hispania Ulteria either. He had a short sword and leather jerkin in case pirates or brigands attacked the ship. Marius also had a black cape to signify that he was from the house of Sextus. Lucius was a bard who provided entertainment during the long boat ride. He enjoyed playing the small harp he had. The bard also enjoyed singing songs and ballads. Lucius was well liked in Corduba as an entertainer and made a living entertaining the wealthy. Looking at the sky, it was a beautiful afternoon with not a single cloud in sight. I know, but it's better than being stuck at home, don't you think? Perhaps you're correct, Lucius. I have to say, we've been blessed by Neptune so far. No sea storms in sight. We normally don't get lucky like this. I think I'll eat another piece of bread along with some cooked bacon. There's nothing like bacon, hee. I know I'm correct.
Oh no.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Corpsing is the worst. You just have to get over it, get the giggles out, soldier on.
I know I'm correct. You just need another one of my jingles. Sit down and relax, will you? I knew there was a reason why the gods created pigs. Bacon is the food of the gods. I just can't get enough of it. I can't wait to hear what you've prepared. Lucius prepared to sing one of his jingles. Okay. All hail Rome, the greatest empire in the known world, blessed by the wonderful and beautiful Venus. The lush farms of Ceres are to die for. All hail Rome, the greatest empire in the known world. Mars! Before Lucius could finish his jingle, the boat shook. The impact knocked Marius to the floor. He got up from the floor and saw a few ships that belonged to Iberian brigands that hadn't accepted Roman rule. The brigands started to shoot the boat with arrows. The crew of the ship fired back. Also, the triremes guarding the trade boat started firing at the pirates. One of the pirate ships sailed next to the trade boat. The brigands from the ship began to jump into the trade boat. "Pirates!" Lucius screamed. "Back away and get the lifeboat ready. I'll fight these pirates off," Marius shouted. With a short sword in his hand, Marius began to fight off the brigands. While Marius was fighting off the enemy, Lucius went to get the lifeboat set up and ready to deploy. The Iberian brigands aimed for Marius, trying to slash him. However, Marius was pretty good with a sword as he fought the incoming pirates. He took a couple of hits, but nothing too serious. Defeating the first wave of pirates, Marius saw flaming arrows landing at the sail of the boat. The sail and flag had caught fire. "Oh dear, Neptune, it looks like I'll have to explain to my father what happened later. For now, I need to make sure I don't become sliced cheese," Marius said to himself. "Marius, hurry! I got the lifeboat ready," Lucius shouted. Marius rushed over to the lifeboat along with the bard. The boat started to catch fire while pirates had overtaken the galley. They plundered and looted whatever they could get their hands on. There was nothing that Marius could do about the trireme. He and Lucius hopped on the lifeboat and began to escape the chaos. "Let's sail to that coastline," Lucius shouted towards Marius. "Okay, we should be safe once we hit land." "Oh, thank Neptune. Also, thank the gods that I have a friend like you, Marius. I thought I was going to see Pluto early." "None of us are due to see Pluto. Stop that talk and guide me to the coast." Lucius guided Marius towards the coast of Olisipo. Marius could only see the giant trade boat burning. He knew nothing was salvageable in that boat. While his father would be upset, Marius was sure that his father would be grateful that he was still alive. With the help of the waves, the two of them reached the coast and landed. "Oh, thank goodness we made it," Lucius said. "I admit that was rough. However, it's time for us to get to Corduba. I admit it's going to be a rough trek there. Someone has to do something about those pirates." "I think it's more than just random pirates attacking." "What do you mean, Lucius?" "What I mean is," before Lucius could finish answering the question, the two of them saw what looked to be a griffin. "What in Pluto is that? Didn't I just establish it was a griffin?" "Sorry," Lucius asked. "No way, it's a griffin. But what's it doing here?" "I think it's after us." The griffin was a huge, eagle-like mythical creature that resided in Rome. Griffins were usually found in mountainous areas and kept to themselves. This particular griffin had red eyes, along with a glow of dark energy surrounding it as if it was created from pure evil. As Lucius and Marius dealt with the griffin, there was a fisherman named Marcus. Marcus was fishing on his favorite spot by the beach. He searched for a decent-sized fish for dinner until he heard the commotion behind him. "What is that?" he asked himself. Marcus was a humble Iberian Roman who lived in Olisipo. He worked in his father's inn. His father was a soldier in the Roman army who retired and decided to build an inn at Olisipo to support himself and his family. His father married an Iberian woman that he fell in love with during his years in the Legion. Marcus wore a brown toga and was equipped with a wooden staff used to defend himself. The fisherman looked at the commotion that was taking place and thought he needed to help the men. Meanwhile, The griffin flew and slashed Lucius in the back. The bard fell to the ground, bleeding to death. Blood spilled onto the sand. Marius had no time to check on his friend as the griffin was ready to attack. He dived away from the creature's attack. After diving toward the floor, Marius breathed heavily, anticipating his life ending at the hands of the mythical creature. "Oh dear, please don't tell me this is the end," Marius told himself. The griffin, still flying, turned to Marius, ready to finish him off. Marcus saw that Marius was in trouble. The fisherman was willing to risk his life. He jumped in front of Marius, ready to take any impact from the mythical beast. "What are you doing? Are you nuts?" Marius asked Marcus. "Let it take me. You are from the house of Sextus, I can tell. If I'm to see Pluto, so shall it be!" Marcus shouted at the mythical bird. Marcus raised his hands as he braced for impact. However, he didn't feel the griffin touching him. Instead, he felt his hands getting warm. Out of nowhere, Marcus found himself summoning a ball of electricity. The electricity shocked the griffin as it began to scream in pain. The blast of electrical power was enough to fry the griffin as it fell to the sand. When the griffin fell to the sand, smoke came out from the fried bird. Both Marcus and Marius were in shock at what just happened. Looking at each other, they realized they had just survived the impossible. Before Marius could talk to Marcus, he heard Lucius talking and pulling a medal out of his leather jerkin. "Lucius, are you okay?" Marius asked. "No, I'm seeing my life ending with my own eyes. Before I go, I wanted to warn you. Nero. You know who he is." "Nero? That's my future brother-in-law. What's about him?" "He's in Tarco, but he's heading to Carthago Nova. His life is in danger," Lucius answered while handing him a medallion. "Life in danger? What are you talking about?" Lucius did not answer as his wounds proved to be fatal. Marius began to cry as he saw the bard lying dead in front of him. Looking at the medallion, Marius saw it had a picture of an Arcani spy with a staff guiding sheep like a shepherd. The only thing he knew about the Arcani was that they were spies. The Arcani were established to eavesdrop on the enemies of Rome. The Shepherd Arcani was a division of the secret force dedicated to patrolling Hispania. They were considered recruits of the Arcani, and therefore given Hispania, which was under Roman control. They had a reputation of being more of a cult than an actual force, but that was more of an opinion than fact. Without evidence, Marius couldn't choose one side over the other. All he knew, the Shepherds were a people he never cared about joining. The Shepherd Arcani was comprised of rich Roman boys looking for a group to grow with. However, Marius was unable to make any connections between the threat against Nero and the Arcani. Nevertheless, he had an adventure in front of him. He saw Marcus as a potential partner to join him in his quest to protect Nero. "Are you and your friend okay?" Marcus asked. "I'm fine, but sadly my friend isn't going to make it. Anyway, thanks for saving me." "I was only doing the right thing, honoured one. You are from the house of Sextus, after all. However, I don't understand what I just did." "I do. You must be a mage." "A mage? I don't even know the first thing about magic. I work in my father's inn and do odd jobs for a living." "You have a gift for magic that you haven't realised yet. However, I'm willing to take you to Corduba with me, where one of our mages will teach you to use your magic properly." "Go with you? It would be great to go with you, honoured one." "Would you stop with this honoured one talk? My name is Marius. Please call me by that. I don't need the formal name calling. Besides, I owe you my life." "I don't know what to say. I'm just in shock that a person of your influence is talking to me like a human." "I'm not like the rest of the big shots in Roman politics. So how about we get moving?" "Okay. My name is Marcus. Pleased to meet The man who saved my life. The two young men shook hands as their adventure began. Marcus saw Marius walk to the body of Lucius, looking for any supplies. And that's the end.
Woo, woo.
Okay, Angelus Maximus, thank you so much for requesting that on our SBTL Classic poll. And thank you all for voting for it. And yeah, if you're interested, go check it out. You can just search Betrayal of the Arcani Beginnings on Amazon. You should be able to find it. Yeah.
You have a cover to look for now.
Nice.
Right. That's our classic poll for today.